just last week, Rillet announced it raised $70 million in new funding as it looks to use AI to automate accounting. NYSE content creator Ashley Masternardi is on the trading floor with more. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning, Kristen. Rillet says they are disrupting traditional accounting processes using agentic AI. They just announced a $70 million Series B round of funding. And get this, that was just 10 weeks after a $25 million Series A round of funding. Here to tell us more is Rillet's CEO and founder, Nicholas Kopp. Nicholas, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Of course, so 10 weeks apart, Series A and Series B, that's very rare. How do you account for that accelerated timeline?
Yeah, I mean, we're building a product into a category that hasn't seen much change for like 20 years. It's one of the largest software categories in the world with accounting and ERP. And we're like just a breath of fresh air in that category. So we doubled our ARR in just the last 12 weeks. And that meant a lot of investor interest to help further build the company.
What services does Rillet provide and who are your customers?
We're building an AI native ERP, so we're very focused on the accounting processes at a company. So what does that mean? Every company needs to account and categorize their transactions when it comes to their financials. So we are the system that helps accountants and CFOs do that work, as well as report on these numbers to their investors or pull numbers for their audits.
So you're helping these companies track every expense. So if I work at a company and I run my credit card, will it run through your system and then be accounted for at the end of the month?
Every single penny will run through our system one way or another, whether that's credit cards, that's the revenue you're making as a company, and it all flows into that system and gets stored in Rillet.
Can you give us some tangible examples of how the agentic AI is working? And if I was using it, what can I ask it? Like, how could it help me?
Yeah, great question. So there is AI can really be used on the ingestion of data, help accountants categorize research transactions. So very specifically, if we use your credit card example, an accountant in the old world would have gone in and maybe snippeted the information of that transaction, put it into Google, try and research what it was for and how it should be accounted for. Now with Rillet and AI, you can do that fully automatically. Another example that I really like is building custom reports. So you could literally, in natural language, if you want to know what are my expenses by vendor or revenue by customer, you can literally go into our system, type that in natural language, and Rillet, based on all the financial information it has, will dynamically create a report for you on the fly.
And I know rolling out new technology in companies that might be used to more traditional processes could sometimes be a challenge. What is the buy-in like for teams, and are people adapting to the AI technology?
Definitely. Accountants are not known for being risk-loving in terms of their profession is to make sure things are correct and right. So the way we develop and roll out AI is in line with sort of the customer and what they need and want. You definitely have a group of customers that is really excited. We get a lot of demand. That's where sort of all the early adopters are congregating and crowding into Rillet to try our services and product. And then for the laggards, I call them, or people that need a bit more time to get familiar and with AI and sort of the trust that they need to build, we have workflows and processes that helps them to really easily approve, review the work that the AI has done, so there's a lot of trust in the system that way.
Nicholas Kopp, CEO and founder of Rillet, thank you so much for joining us. Kristen, another example of how AI is automating industries. So much of what we report on here at the New York Stock Exchange. Back to you.
Ashley, that's exactly right. Great to hear that interview, of course, with the founder of Rillet. Thank you again.